Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Just let me log on to my phone. Question or comment? This is by Karthik Nayak. Karthik Nayak says, since every Tom, Dick, and Harry copies a resume from Google, can you suggest basic do's and don'ts for building a good, presentable resume? Insight about interview manners. Okay. See, now the topic that you have asked me, or the question that you asked me, is so wide. To give you an idea, let me tell you, it's like me asking you which car to buy. How do you answer that question? Which car do I buy? You'll be like, based on your budget, based on your preference, what is it for? What is its purpose? How many people in your family? Who's going to use it? Okay? Or I ask you this question, what to eat? You'll be like, what do you like? Veg or non-veg? Spicy, not spicy? Indian, Mediterranean, Italian, Arabic? Okay. Veg, non-veg, heavy, light? Okay. Let's say I ask you a question, which girl do I get married to? You'll be like, man, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? So in the same way, where resume and interview skills are concerned, what people don't understand is there are different variables. And what are the variables? Are you male or female? Are you introvert? Are you extrovert? Are you in a academic field? Are you in a technical field? Are you in a sales field? Are you in an operational field? Are you front end? Are you back end? Okay, how do you answer that? Then, are you at the beginning of your career, middle, upper middle, B level, C level? Okay, are you applying for an industry that is booming, an industry that is dying, industry that is saturated, industry that's coming up, or a normal industry? Are you applying to the West? Are you applying to the East, Middle East? Which country? Are you applying as a citizen? Are you applying as an expatriate? So you see how many variables are there? I mean, we can just go on and on. So it's very hard to have a one size fits all. That is why none of these resume rewriting books or websites or blogs, they work because it's too generic. However, if I had to zero it down to just three pieces of advice, which I feel is the key, it would be this. And I can tell you this, these are the three most powerful ones. So listen carefully. For resume as well as interview. The first one. Okay? This is a mistake I see all of them make. The first most important one is, whenever I see anyone's resume, they focus on me, I. Everything. Me, I. That's it. Me, my, I. Okay? Like they say, oh, I'm hardworking, I'm focused, I'm dynamic, I'm result oriented. Everything. Me. They focus on, I did this, I did that, I achieved so much, I contributed so much. Everything I. And the worst part is, they like to position themselves as God's gift to mankind. I achieved 137% of the monthly target. Oh, I achieved month after month incredible results. I did 63.26% growth. I contributed 4.8% of the bottom line. I mean, from where the fuck do you get these numbers? From your ass? Which independent authority was there to audit this? Who can verify this information? I mean, anyone can fucking put numbers, man. In a day and age of fake numbers and fake recommendations and fake reviews, who the fuck is going to believe this? So the answer is, stop talking about you. I know it sounds ironic, right? On your resume, stop talking about you. Rather focus on the value that you can give. So what is the value you can offer the guy? Like, for example, just imagine if I put an ad on YouTube. I'm so great, I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, I'm this, I'm that. People will be like, who the fuck cares about you? Instead, I focus on, I help people earn, let's say, double the income. I help people get proper jobs. I help people get clarity in knowing their careers, or I help people rebrand their resumes to get better paying jobs. So everything is I help. So it's more focused on what they want. So in the same way, the question which you need to focus on is, how can I make my resume you focused rather than me focused? So everything that you say should be keeping what they want. See, people check my YouTube channel to know what is happening in UAE. They check my channel to know, okay, how can I get a better job? They check my channel for their benefit. You think anyone checks my channel for, oh, how great Loy is? What is Loy doing? No. It's hardly a very small percentage who are curious, and people get bored. So in the same way, like, you're asking me a question for your value. So that's the first point. The second point that you need to consider is, every sentence in your CV, every phrase, every word has to sell your service to them. The first one was keeping them in mind. The second one is selling yourself. Now, in order to sell yourself, obviously you need to offer something of value. See, let's say, for example, you go and buy something. Okay, let's say you're going to a Burger King versus McDonald's. Okay, you want to buy a burger. You'll choose, should I go to Burger King? Should I go to McDonald's? What is the first thing that we do? We check the menu items. Okay, here a quarter pounder. Then you check, okay, which one offers, let's say both are $10. Which one can I get more? One says, okay, I'll give you French fries plus a free ice cream. Other guy says French fries plus a juice. And then as a bonus, they say, okay, if you buy a value-added meal, you'll get one for you and one for your partner. So eventually, they are competing with each other. They are trying to offer you a sale. Everything that they do, every photograph of every burger, every cold drink is designed to sell. There's nothing in McDonald's, there's nothing in Burger King that is randomly put there. Whether it's a positioning of the counter, whether it's a photograph of the burgers, whether it's how bright that lighting is designed to sell. So same thing with your CV. Everything on your CV, from your photograph or lack thereof, from the words, from the sentences, to everything else, should be designed to sell you. Okay, like I say, the best example is, you should stack things. Like how in Burger King, they say, okay, you offer 10, I'll give you a burger, plus French fries, plus a cold drink, plus this. So you see so many things, you're like, fuck, I might as well go for that, that's value. So same thing with your CV. Sell yourself and offer a stack, whereby they say, shit, if I take this guy, he not only has a good track record of sales, he also has knowledge of the market, he is able to drive and he can travel. So you need to stack things up. Once again, it is not bragging, it's offering value, which I said first point, and then stacking things up to sell you. Okay, first, second. What is the third? The last, if not the least, is what makes you stand out. Okay, let's say, for example, I applied for a job. When you apply for a job, there are 10 people who applied before you, and there are 10 people who will apply after you. Let's say the guy keeps all the CVs in front of his desk. He'll look at all the CVs. Now the question is, what makes the CV stand out? Is it just the color? Oh, wow, pink color. Wow, yellow color. Is it the layout? Wow, what a creative layout. There is circle, there is square, there is a triangle, there are graphic shapes. Here's my question to you. Yes, that makes you stand out. Why don't you put Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse on your CV? That'll make it stand out, right? But just standing out doesn't mean that they will take the phone and call you. Remember, the purpose of a resume is to be called for the interview. It's like me having tattoos on my face makes me stand out, but that doesn't mean people will give me a job in the corporate world. What it comes down to is not the gimmicks of standing out, like the yellow color, pink color, layout. No. What makes a CV stand out is, yes, the presentation is important, but the content. I've yet to meet somebody who got called for an interview because his CV was pink or yellow or purple. or an amazing layout. Wow, what graphics! It looked like a brochure. So remember, it's a content that sells. Now, in the content, the key area, the key focus is what makes you stand out. Now, here people make the mistake that one guy says, "Oh, I achieved 150%." So other guys say, "Okay, I'll brag even more. I'll show 160%." Third guy says, "I'll show 170%." People are not stupid. In order for you to stand out, you need to show something that makes you look human. Because if you position yourself as God's gift to mankind, people, the employer will ask, if you're so good, if you're so amazing, why isn't the whole world knocking on your door? Why aren't all the employers begging to offer you a job? So stand out in a way that, what do you call that? The person feels, let's call this guy for an interview. Okay? And even in the interview, if you stand out, they'll be like, okay, let's give this guy an opportunity to prove himself. Now, if you've stayed so long, let me give you a bonus, one extra bit. This is the ultimate question among everything else. And the ultimate question is this. The employer, when he sees your CV, or when he calls you for an interview, there's only one question in his mind. Convince me, why should I give you this job? Convince me. And I can tell you this, 100 out of 100%, almost everybody whomever has come to me has never been able to answer that question clearly. Because if you can answer the question, why should you give me a job? Finished. You'll know how to sell yourself. You keep telling people, the answers that I receive. Oh, I'm hardworking, I'm focused, I'm result oriented, I have more experience. You say 10 years experience, another guy will say 12. You say I have a degree, other guy will say I have an MBA. You say MBA, other guy will say I have 2 MBAs. I mean, where does it stop? Where does it end? You say I achieved 100% of my target, another guy will say 110, third guy 120. So how do you sell yourself? That is what I told you in the beginning. It's individualized, it's based on person to person. But since you want a one-size-fits-all answer, I would tell you this. Ask yourself, if you're an engineer with 2 years experience and there are multiple guys with 2 years experience, or say 3 years, what makes you stand out? The first one is, what value can you offer? The second one is, what makes you stand out? And the third one is, why should he give you a job? Why? If you can answer this question, believe it or not, he will give it to you. He'll at least give you an opportunity. So I hope, Karthik, this answers your question. But remember, this whole exercise that I'm talking to you about, it should be done by someone far more mature than you. It should be done by someone who can guide you. You need not come to me. Go to, let's say, your boss. Go to a very senior person in the corporate world and ask them to help you get answers to this. Because people who are based in the industry, if they can offer you time, if they can mentor you, if they can guide you, if they can really put the time and effort to helping you understand yourself and sell yourself, you will succeed. It's a learnable skill, but it takes time. But if you don't have that, then get someone professional, pay them, and that's how you take the service. So, what's your name? Let me give you a name again. So, Mr. Karthik Nayak, I hope this answers your question. Let me know your thoughts down below. This is me signing off. You take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.